Hi guys. So today I'm going to talk to you about what I want to do when I finish my training. I'm only halfway through, so I've got another year to go. So what I feel like I want to do now might change. But currently and for a long time, I've been really interested in epilepsy. Um, so within learning disability, there's a huge prevalence of epilepsy when you compare it to people without disabilities. The more severe the disability, the more likelihood is that that person will have epilepsy, and the more severe that epilepsy will be. I've got a bit of a background in the condition anyway. I mean, I've worked with people with epilepsy before, at my job before I came to uni. Um, Last year in the first year, we learned about it. We had I think we had one lecture on it. I didn't really experience a lot of it on placement in terms of seeing people with the condition, but I did spend a day with a specialist nurse on my community placement, and I went with her to clinic, and people came to see her, and that was an interesting day. And she sort of supported clients with medication and issues with their seizures, whether they're having more seizures or the seizure types were changing or becoming more frequent. Also went on a training day with her one day where I learned how to administer certain medications. This year it's been quite good though. We had a lesson on epilepsy again, but more in an LD specific context. But we also had a lecture on NEAD, which is non-epileptic attack disorder, and we learned about the difference between the two. And every time I learn about it in uni, I just get more and more inspired to want to be involved in that. The reason why I want to talk about it now is because a couple of weeks ago I went to a conference, not related to uni. It's something I found independently. There's an organisation called Epilepsy Action, which is like the UK's leading epilepsy charity. And they were doing events across the country about treatment beyond medication for hard to control epilepsy. And I coincidentally found that event taking place on the website about 2 weeks before it did in Birmingham. So I booked a place and went, and I told everyone else about it, but no one else could make it, unfortunately. It was just me from uni. It was a really good day. It was a couple of weeks ago, but I've just got around to. I made a load of notes, like there was a few lectures, and I wrote down everything. Even though it was about surgery and a bit too advanced, but I still was really interested. And I've only just got round to now typing up my notes from that day. I've written like 10 pages of just notes and different things about different, surgical procedures and treatments, and really fascinating stuff. I'm sort of compiling that all into a PowerPoint, and I'm gonna send that to my tutor. I might send it then to everyone else in the course, so they can use that, and I'll put it on my portfolio later as well. That was a really interesting day, and although the event wasn't really LD specific, it was about the general population, adults and children with epilepsy. I still found it really interesting, and I really walked away from the event really inspired. Yeah, I mean, I've even got I don't know if you can see that, Epilepsy Action, so that's pretty cool. So I just feel like that's where I want to be right now. It's something I'm going to encounter a lot of throughout the rest of my training, and then certainly in my career afterwards, even if I don't specialise in epilepsy, either if I'm an ordinary community nurse or a staff nurse in a residential environment, I'm still going to see people with the condition. So I'm still eager to learn as much about it as possible. Last year I did an assignment on epilepsy, health and society, in year one, and I got 90%, which is an A star. This year I made a leaflet, which was aimed at a mother with a learning disability who also had epilepsy, and it was sort of about how to, in the postnatal period, how to support, how to look after yourself and your baby if you've got, to take care of yourself, when you're pregnant, an athlete bad baby, be careful when you're feeding it and bathing it, in case you have a seizure and you fall to the floor, and I did really well in that. I got another A. I didn't get an A star, I got an A, 84%, that's good. Really happy with that, because the marking criteria steps up after year one, from level 4 to level 5, and so I'm pleased I made the jump with that, so that's cool. But yes, that's it really. We've just finished the PowerPoint now, so I'm going to upload that soon. It's taken a few hours, but it's been worth it. And I've got a load of other resources. So many leaflets, and I got posters. I got leaflet after leaflet in this box here. But I got so many that after the conference, I went to WH Smith's and bought a folder which I've called epilepsy resources. So just posters, flyers, even a DVD, and how to administer medicine. So yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, so I mean, you have the opportunities to specialise. Once you finish, it's not that when you finish in nursing, you'll be a staff nurse at a residential home, and then you'll be the manager of that home. You can specialise in certain conditions, and epilepsy is just one of them. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at doing really. So yeah, like I said, I've got a placement coming up, and that's in the forensic sector, so nothing to do with epilepsy. Although some of the clients might have epilepsy, I may still encounter it, but perhaps I'll go to that placement and end up wanting to be a forensic nurse, which I'm quite open to. It might happen. So, but yeah. Anyway, I've got more vlogs coming up. I'm going to talk about other things, so I'm going to head off now, but I'll see you around. Bye.